So tonight I thought I would bring you along while I made a pan of my corn dog bake. It's definitely one of my favorites. It's one of the family's favorites, and it certainly was a big hit when I served it at this cattle congress fair that we had this last summer. So what I've got is my skillet has some oil in it, and I've got 12 Nathan's all beef hot dogs cut up in my pan, and I've got my burner set at about medium-high heat, and I'm going to grind in some of my favorite roasted garlic and herb by Old Thompson. They're definitely like my secret ingredient. We'll give her a couple good, or a lot of good grinds, I should say. Okay. And now we just wait for the magic to happen, for the heat to get warm. And let the hot dogs cook. I might actually turn it up to high. Now, also, before I started this, I have my oven preheated to 400 degrees Fahrenheit. So once we get this ready, that's what we want to bake it at. And then once we get these hot dogs all cooked and made super delicious over here, I'm going to take you guys over the counter and get you guys all set up so you can watch me assemble the corn dog bake right up until it goes into the oven. And I think it's going to be awesome tonight. So bear with me while this heat gets going, and I will see you in just a few minutes while these hot dogs saute. So we've got these lovely little hot dog pieces just sizzling over here. We want to make sure they get cooked nice and through, which they will. Takes maybe about 10 minutes total, maybe. Now when you're making this, I'm just going to use my regular Jif corn mix, but I have used the honey. You can use any kind of cornbread mix that you want to use, or if you want to make your own, you can do that too. The original recipe, when I found this, had it calling for celery inside of this, and I'm like, I don't think so. So I eliminated that from my recipe, but I definitely added quite a bit of cheese. You can use whatever kind of hot dog you want as well. Like I said, I use Nathan's all beef hot dogs only because I find they taste the best and they cook the best, and when these are all nice and warm and sauteed, you could eat these as an hors d'oeuvre. Like, they're way good. Most of the time when Greg's up here, I have to swat him away because he likes to eat my hot dogs before they go in the corn dog bake. Alright. I'm going to let these finish for just a few minutes longer, and then when we come back, I'll have you guys over at the counter. See you in a little bit. Hi guys, welcome to this side of the kitchen. So we've got our hot dogs are done. They're sitting over here cooling. I've got everything else kind of sitting out here waiting to go. So what we're going to do is we're going to take 1.5 cups of milk, add that to a large mixing bowl, and to that milk we're going to add 2 eggs, okay, that nice and whisked up here. And then we're going to add some rubbed sage, some black pepper. Okay. Go ahead and get that nice and whisked up again. Not all of the sage is going to mix, because that's, you know, it's soft and it floats. So don't be alarmed. It looks like it's all mixed in, but then when it sits and it settles, kind of makes its way out. Okay, so we've got that all mixed up like this. Next thing that we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and add our cornbread mixes. We're going to do 2 boxes of that as well. So if you've been counting, we're essentially making a double order of cornbread muffins or cornbread out of the box recipe. Because the recipe on the box is 1 package of these, 1 egg, and 1/3 cup of milk, which we've just doubled that. So now, let's get this all mixed in. And then once we have this mixed in, we'll go ahead and get our hot dogs mixed in and our cheese. And then it'll be time to put it in the pan and sprinkle our cheese on top and then put her in the oven. So we got this. Looks good. Okay. Then our hot dogs. Okay. Okay, that nice and mixed together. And then, like I said, next is our cheese. Okay. All right, starting to thicken. So this is what we're looking at here, ladies and gentlemen. So now we're going to take this, we're going to pour it in here. Okay, now we're just going to go ahead and smooth it out. Take some more cheese. And just cover it with cheese. Tonight I'm using Colby and Monterey Jack. I've used mozzarella, I've used regular sharp cheddar, I've used any kind of cheese, pretty much whatever fits your fancy. That's what's most important. Obviously you gotta like it. And I must be doing something right with this, because my family definitely enjoys this when it's made. And try and fill some more of these little nooks and crannies, so this is just extra deliciously gooey. It's good to me. So then, here she is. My oven is set at 400 degrees. She's all ready to go. So, in we go. And I'm going to set a timer for 30 minutes. Have a wonderful night. Thanks for watching. See you guys next time. Bye.